We're in Des Moines, Iowa, where Bernie Sanders is having a rally today with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. His campaign was not looking that strong a few weeks ago. He had a heart attack, but AOC's endorsement seems to have given it a new lease of life, and it will be interesting to see today whether the energy has translated here to the streets of Iowa.
USA! Yeah, go Trump! God bless America! Right there, brother! That's what we're talking about! The USA! God bless America!
What brings you out here today?
What brings us out here today is the hypocrisy of what they're doing. They came here in a car, they're gonna go home and eat a hamburger. They say no planes, no cars. How is AOC and Bernie getting here? They're flying in a plane.
Hey, are you running on ethanol or like regular?
This requires the premium gas.
So this is this is not environmentally friendly.
No.
A question you will obviously be asked a lot, which is why does Iowa even matter?
Well, because we're first. I mean, one good thing that Iowa does have going for it is that it's a smaller state, so you can't just come in and dump a bunch of TV ads and think you're going to win. And the voters here really take the process very seriously.
All right, hey, what brings you out here today?
So I'm with the International Marxist Tendency. I'm out here talking about socialism.
Is Bernie the only candidate that you think can represent those views?
If he's running as a Democrat candidate, I can't support him because the Democratic Party tends to just gobble up these progressive movements and just spit them out without any energy.
Is there any sign that capitalism is creaking at the seams in Des Moines?
In Des Moines, not really in Des Moines, but you look at the world, right? I mean, even in the UK too.
We really can't talk about the UK, it's too depressing. How do you feel about Michael Bloomberg entering the race?
Michael Bloomberg is seeing that Sanders and Warren are kind of in the lead, and Bernie doesn't believe that there should be billionaires. And so I think it's making him a little nervous. So he wants to run, but I hope he doesn't make it very far.
So you're not worried about Bernie's health? I mean, he's a little old.
I think he's doing fine. I mean, a lot of folks at that age or even before that age have stints. My girlfriend's grandpa's had like 15 stints, and he insists on mowing the lawn every single time.
It's kind of different to running for president. Is it Bernie that you came out to see today, or AOC?
Oh, we just came for the whole show. You know, it's about climate, and that's great. This is the first climate crisis summit that any candidate has held. There have been other climate events. That's good, but we need more of this.
What are your views on Bernie Sanders? Okay, I don't think he's going to talk to us. All right, it's time to head into this AOC Bernie rally, so let's follow me. And it seems like the introductions have just started, and as you can see, we have a pretty full hall here at Drake. So we're going to sneak on round to the back of the press area and see what we can find out. What we can see today is we have a lot of media, broadcast media from all of the networks. And we have a bunch of print media who are all kind of set up on this side, who are going to be reporting on the event, taking notes, filing their stories. What's your name?
Bob Leonard. I work for a local radio station, KNI, KRLS.
Who's going to win the Iowa caucus?
If it were held today, Elizabeth Warren. We'll see. I mean, there's still a lot of time before the caucuses. There's a lot of good candidates still.
My friends, I want you to stand to your feet and help me bring to the stage Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
AOC has just come up on stage. It was starting to get a little bit hot in here. All the phones are out. And it is very loud.
The people who change the world are the people who refuse to accept our decline. They're the people who understand and know that our future is whatever we choose it to be.
The roof has come off, AOC has finished a barnstorming speech, and Senator Bernie Sanders has taken the stage.
You think that as president, I sit down with the fossil fuel industry and I say, hey guys, move your resources to energy efficiency and sustainable energy. And you think these guys are gonna say, Bernie, You made a very convincing argument. It doesn't happen like that. The only way that real change ever takes place is when millions of people stand up and are prepared to fight for justice.
So Bernie Sanders has just wrapped up his speech. Everyone is chanting for Bernie. He had them on their feet more than once. And this is the kind of optics that this campaign is really banking on, restoring his support and enthusiasm here in Iowa. So the Bernie Sanders AOC rally has wrapped up. People are leaving. Volunteers are trying to commit them to caucus next February. It was a good event. I'm not sure that Bernie Sanders has enough support in the state to necessarily take him over the line, but it's pretty clear that his base is very strong. They loved AOC. She brings a lot of energy to the campaign, and it will be interesting to see what happens going forward on with the caucus.